Abusia abakosem kese asi e wo my Ghana mu ene sen Czech Republic mampani Petr Pavere yade a wabepie mu e wo my Ghana mu na history a e wo ho ene se we ene the first time in the last 60 years wo mampani a wo ye Czech Republic mampani waba abepie mu e wabibre mu mamu ha na we a wo bai no e yade a wo beboa ama ye ne wo mo ayonkofa eda ye ntem no ye bebo modia na watimi ahwe ama emu aye denden tare se atwetai no na wo ba o my Ghana mu e ade a chese genye Ghana nko e na oba na emom countries ahodo bi e wo ho a wo koso na wa make sure se ye sika sem entoto ye ne chese ne ema ehu behia se ye nyina ebe ka ye ntoma agba no na yetimi adidwa kwan ho san so ama ye ho asane ye no eno enti enenam so amwa bepie mu e wa ase na nam so ema enebna die wo bepie mu wa ha dia na chese enam yenu ena wodi kan eko visit Mauritania ene se wo firi ho a wato aso e de aba o my Ghana mu enti e yade a obedu ya airport ho ena busua wo hu a wabedu ode ni wiem hyen abedu a wasi form na opani ena ye ni suit emframa ehunu a ekonchenchen no na wo bepie mu e wo ho na Ghana a chief of staff kwawu ni mapa kwawu di she papa bi yewra Julius Debra ena ekohia no sanso ena yewra Stan Hwese Dogbe na ohobi sanso ena foreign affairs minister yewra Samuel Oku Jeto Ablakwa na ohobi a wo nyina ebeje ne felso na ne wo si fomu akwada yi di nhwire yi ma no kama o na ya fedodo enti abusua Ghana ewiem hyen gina bia ena opani wakopie ya ye je no ede na kohia Ghana mampani unim se Ghana mampani angasa no wa ma mehia no airport ho sabi efise wono ne o mampani na wo hosti o mampani a wo fi Czech Republic aba Petr Pavar and wabi pimu o my Ghana wabusia hi Ghana News TV so message saying dey kan about here no subscribe no share their mind na yenko hwe ni entie bise opani be piemu e wo eyekutuka wiem hye gina bia na wo fa presidential lounge no ewie ye no yade a yade no kopiemu e wo Ghana ya bank sie mu atna ye kasie mu ankasa ba bia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wati no di nkui e de bo my Ghana ni Czech Jubilee House abusia nkomotwetwe bi ekoso yenko ne yenkotie sanso na meka se nyame adom ochena no woni empanifo ahodo behia na anobaba ya akoso wobebie Czech Republic ye omo atena ye baako e wa ha sanso na enyama bebre na enegu akwan mu obeye na Ghana News TV abebo modia na yakoni akotwa amomahunu no ahwe bi abusuam yenko na ye kodi ana meka wo se bomodia na so wo akwantu media wo send this ka bafia no wa yusu lemfai obetimi asende aba momo so obetimi so asende akọ bank account mu o sende nso a yente ohwe e free omureti nso de da form na ade ba ko ampese me chew ene se uwo America na o send this ka ba na ene no de di kan a enam se wate wa hanti wo sende abo news NEWS ashem as referral code na won be chew $10 free na se ekoba se ska wo send na bro $100 dia na ne $20 straight era wunya e dia hye wo ho nti bomodin a enya America fo nko akwantu mu ba bia mo a mostimi send ba no UK USA Canada Europe countries no bebre na e fa so etimi bo my God so send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha Usulem fi say ye fia wo pese wo nto no Usulem fi edan ya na say japade a wani da so a wo pese wo to Africa ha no Usulem fi say wo send this sika amodofo e de aboa no wo Africa ha Usulem fi sanso e na say wo tie obi school fees amano a Usulem fi nyenti American full em fi ama on say utimi send this sika e fa lem fi so a e ma ne begu bank account mu sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu eno achi nso no de bia lemfai e wo daily rate e ma hu sika dodo a wo sende a wo benya lemfai e secured na wo sende sika enche na nipa a wo sende amano no ne nsaka lemfai wo USA Canada UK Italy Germany Ireland Netherlands Spain Belgium Portugal and France What the lemfi send this car? Puntu ahwe. Bomodian dey use me code NEWS news. Na say any day they can register or lemfi so a unya bonus. Sanso and use to chance so a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma.
Dear President Mahama, it is my great pleasure and honor to be in your beautiful country as the first head of state after your re-election, but also as the second president in our history of diplomatic relations. The previous visit of the time Czechoslovak president happened more than 60 years ago, so it's really a long tradition which we can build on. Mr. President was so kind to make it easier for me because he went through all the issues that we discussed, so I don't have to repeat it again. I would like to thank you for really very generous hospitality that we were offered, and we cherish it. We see Ghana as a traditional partner in this region. Actually, it is our key partner in terms of economic exchange. Our exchange reached more than 33 million US dollars, and it was the second largest exchange within a decade. Despite some financial difficulties that your country is temporarily going through. And we believe that there is a great potential for extending our cooperation into the areas mentioned already by Mr. President. We are committed to extend that cooperation in areas that will bring benefit to both our countries. We believe in cooperation that creates and maintains added value in the countries where it is produced. That means we want to cooperate at a level of sharing, building common capabilities, and leaving the value here in Ghana to support your industry, your agriculture, support your society. I brought with me a delegation of part of our business, especially with regard to food processing, healthcare, mining, agriculture, and water purification. But there are many more to take part in cooperation in your country. And I am grateful that tomorrow I will be privileged to open a hub, to open the window to Czech technologies that will be open to all your citizens and companies interested in what the Czech Republic has to offer. And vice versa, it will be a gateway for our companies coming to Ghana to look for new opportunities. I truly believe that the current global situation leads us to more thoughts about diversification, about building on existing partnerships and looking for new opportunities, because what we learned from existing conflicts in Europe, we face on one hand pressure security-wise from Russia, on the other economic and political from our ally United States. And in that environment, I think we all have to learn new ways of cooperating with each other. And I believe that we are on the right track between Czech Republic and Ghana to open that way much wider than up to now. And we are ready to do more with your companies, with your society, with your country. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's indeed an honor for me to welcome the President of the Czech Republic, His Excellency Petr Pavel, who's on a 3-day state visit to Ghana. I also acknowledge the rest of the high-level delegation that accompanied him from the Czech Republic. This visit marks another milestone in the long-standing cordial relations that exist between our two countries and reaffirm the political, economic, and cultural cooperation that lie at the heart of Ghana's diplomatic engagement with the Czech Republic. Our two countries share a deep respect for democratic values and governance and human rights, and by nurturing these shared principles, we can engage in fruitful dialogue, exchange best practices, and foster mutual understanding. In our bilateral discussions this afternoon, we acknowledge the cordial and long-standing relations that have existed between Ghana and the Czech Republic, which date back to 1961, when we opened diplomatic missions in our respective countries, and have been reinforced over the decades through the exchange of high-level visits and opening of resident missions in our capitals. We also signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Political Consultation, a bilateral air services agreement, also known as Air Transport Agreement between Ghana and the Czech Republic. It is our hope that the implementation of these MOUs will reinvigorate and spearhead cooperation in various sectors between our two countries. In addition, we discussed the need to expand the frontiers of our relations and cooperation with the Czech Republic, both at the bilateral and multilateral levels. At the bilateral level, note was taken of potential for trade and economic cooperation. I'll therefore urge the private sectors of the two countries to come together to explore possible avenues for cooperation in various sectors of the Ghanaian economy. And I'm happy to note that tomorrow there's a business roundtable between Ghanaian and Czech businessmen. On trade, we noted that through trade and investment, this can serve as a bedrock of our economic relations, and more could be done to increase the low levels of trade between our two countries. In that regard, I noted that the African market has a population of over 1.3 billion people, and I extended an invitation to the business community in the Czech Republic to partner with their Ghanaian counterparts to take advantage of the opportunities provided by the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. At the multilateral level, I noted the long-standing and excellent tradition of cooperation between our two countries at various international fora, including the United Nations, and expressed the desire for such cooperation to continue. This includes voting on issues that are of concern to both of us, but also to support each other's candidates that are vying for international positions. In that regard, I called on Czech to support our candidature of Ambassador Mohamed Adam to the position of Secretary General of the United Nations Tourism Organization, and reciprocally for us to support Czech Republic for membership of the Security Council. I assured President Petr of my confidence in Ambassador Adams' ability to lead and cooperate with his colleagues to bring on board a strategic vision for the UN Tourism Organization. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I went on to commend the government of the Czech Republic for supporting Ghana's healthcare sector through VAMED health projects in the construction of 12 40-bed capacity hospitals and 12 units of 2-bedroom semi-detached houses for hospital staff for the following beneficiary communities in Ghana: Jumapo, Kwabin, Nkwetia, Achiase, Swami, Drobonso, Sabronum, Manson Kwanta, Edukrom, Mim, Chidie, and Kong Katamanso. I raised the issue of the 50 Bridges project, which has been stalled by the debt exchange program. I urged our two countries to explore ways of re-engineering the project to complete the 50 Bridges program and also implement the second phase of 100 bridges. Furthermore, I acknowledge the continuous support of the Czech government led program of medical cooperation, which is commonly known as Medivac, which is aimed at providing health care to vulnerable groups, as well as the exchange of medical expertise and knowledge transfer. On the situation in the Sahel and Western African sub-region as a whole, President Pavel was briefed on the security situation and the measures being taken at the level of ECOWAS and the AU to address the issue of terrorism, violent extremism, and the return of military rule in the sub-region, and to restore normalcy to the affected countries. I added that Ghana is resolute in the fight against transnational threats and the promotion of regional peace and security, and welcomed the support of the Czech Republic in that regard. On the issue of climate change, Ghana and Czech Republic acknowledge that climate change stands as one of the most formidable challenges of our time that require collective action. We share a deep concern for the environment and recognize the urgency to combat climate change and mitigate its adverse effects. We agree that our institutions of state, academia, and business community must collaborate closely, leveraging our collective expertise and resources to adopt innovative solutions, promote renewable energy, and implement climate-friendly policies. We also discussed cooperation by the Czech Republic and Ghana in responsible mining, land reclamation and cleaning of polluted waters, and introducing new sustainable mining practices to Ghana's small-scale sector. On the issue of vocational and technical training, I introduced the Ghana Labour Export Program to train youth in international proficiency to be able to work on fixed terms abroad, and sought cooperation with Czech Republic for vocational training. I also noted that it was cooperation between the Czech Republic and the Defense Industries Holding Company, DEHOC, that led to the revamping of the Kumasi shoe factory. We therefore discussed the possibility of further cooperation between DEHOC and the Czech private sector to go into more industries for mutual benefit. Following our meeting this afternoon, I am hopeful that the outcomes of our fruitful discussions and the business forum tomorrow will contribute to deepening the relations that exist between Ghana and the Czech Republic in all areas of endeavor for the mutual benefit of our two peoples. I wish Your Excellency Petr Pavel and your delegation a very fruitful stay in Accra, and I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you. Follow and watch Ghana News TV.
So send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha Usulem fi say ye fear wo pese wo nto Usulem fi edan ya na say japade a wani da so a wo pese oto Africa ha no Usulem fi say wo send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no wo Africa ha Usulem fi sanso e na say uti obi school fees ama no a Usulem fi nyenti amekanfo lem fi ama one say utimi send this sika e fa lem fi so a e ma ne begu bank account mu sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu eno achi nso no de bia lemfi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo sende a wo benya lemfi e secured na wo send this car enche na nipa a wo sende ama no ne nsaka lemfi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal and France. Wo de lemfi send this car untu ahwe bomodi a dey use me code NEWS news na say ene any day they can register or lemfi so a unya bonus sanso ena use chance a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma
Menu makwekwe sa sempa kania semenam na meti asempa na mamo amane a na ma no keka me anyambia wati ANS Trading Agency Limited nka se wo ka se door to door for no de ani watwa esanse obie ne wa wo se wo ho sa door to door business nim wo nioma wo UK a wo de ko Ghana ana se Germany a wo de ko Ghana 3 to 5 weeks e be kwa kodu nipa ne puno anu se try na de mo demonstration wo se adwuma de ewe mu ne se wo ho bo no e da fom se boko ANS Trading Agency Limited e wo air freight special service ana nioma ne ye de be fa play intintempa na akwa kodu obetima fa sa akwa we ya so de nioma free Ghana akwa UK ana Germany afejiji dem which na also agina ye na men drop bomb ANS Trading Agency Limited pe and a 40 footer any 20 footer container ya fe UK ediko Ghana ana Germany ediko Ghana omo manioma ye mere import o export o dem there for you omo Ghana na money 0249 170 423 UK has over free 0790 802 7527 Germany so 09173 771 2733 Ubenya ANS Trading Agency Limited our West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited Quantum Brantem Wana Beboya Baso maybe next time in a fill up from the bebro